As the month of March fades into the rearview mirror, we eagerly await a new wave of captivating games set to release in April. This upcoming month is brimming with unique experiences and adventures guaranteed to satisfy even the most seasoned gamers. To help you stay ahead of the game, we have handpicked 12 top-rated titles for this month and arranged them in order of their respective release dates. So, let's explore April's lineup of games together. EVERSPACE 2 is a single-player looter shooter that features deep space exploration and classic RPG elements. The game will leave early access on April 6th and will be released on PC first. It will later be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Game Pass in the summer of 2023. Without a doubt, EVERSPACE 2's fantastic visuals are a major draw, and the open-world environment contains more locations to explore than what was available in its predecessor. Players can choose from many different fully customizable spaceships, complete rift challenges, and follow the epic main story, which takes approximately 30 hours to complete. The development team plans to release a free DLC update in Q3 2023, adding more weapons and ship customization options to the game. Additionally, they are working on a massive paid expansion planned for mid-2024. Good space games are rare these days, and we have been eagerly awaiting one to sink our teeth into before the release of Starfield. And EVERSPACE 2 seems to offer enough interesting features to provide just that. Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened, a remake of the 2006 mystery detective horror adventure title, is scheduled for release on April 11th. Players will assume the roles of Sherlock Holmes and Watson, immersing themselves in the heart of the terrifying Cthulhu mythos as they investigate a series of mysterious disappearances throughout Europe and the US. Reconstructed entirely in Unreal Engine 4, The Awakened features modern graphics and animations, an expanded storyline, numerous side quests, and new mechanics, including unique Insanity gameplay. The game will take players on a spine-chilling journey, immersing them in a world of mystery and terror, where they must utilize their intelligence to outsmart a cult obsessed with eldritch gods, all while exploring the themes of trauma and fear. Originally slated for an earlier release in 2023, developer Frogwares encountered an extremely difficult development cycle, compounded by the fact that much of their team is based in Ukraine. This single-player game will be available on all platforms, including Windows PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch. Boundary is a multiplayer space shooter in which players assume the roles of heavily armed astronauts and battle in zero-G. Players can navigate the harsh atmosphere of space and orbiting installations to engage in a PvP combat in a three-dimensional battlefield where threats come from all directions. The game features a wide variety of playable classes such as combat medics, snipers, and support, as well as unique tools like the grappling hook to help players make their way around challenging environments. Personalize your spacesuit and weaponry to suit your preferences and select from a range of grips, stocks, scopes, barrels, and ammunition types to enhance and adapt your primary weapon to your gameplay style. Boundary will be released on Steam Early Access on April 13th as a PC-only title. Minecraft Legends transforms the standard survival and crafting gameplay of the series into a real-time strategy adventure across the Minecraft overworld, which features both new and familiar biomes. The primary gameplay cycle involves players traversing through biomes on mounts to gather materials, support allies, fight hostile mobs of piglins, and construct personalized bases. The game places great emphasis on forming alliances with denizens of the Minecraft overworld to combat the piglin forces together. In addition to team co-op, Minecraft Legends features a competitive PvP multiplayer mode with 2 teams of up to 4 players. Players must defend their base while attempting to eliminate the opposing team's base before they can do the same. Minecraft Legends is scheduled for release on April 18th and will be available on various platforms including PC, Xbox One, Series X and S, Game Pass, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Nintendo Switch. The Mageseeker, an action RPG set in the League of Legends universe, is the first of 3 League of Legends games announced for this year by Riot Games. As per the official press release, the Mageseeker is a gritty 2D high-bit pixel action RPG set in Demacia, a mighty kingdom in the world of Runeterra that seeks to curtail what it deems as forbidden magic while wielding magic themselves to maintain order. The game offers an action-packed fantasy gameplay experience for those seeking a story of power, identity, and justice. Players will follow the unshackled Silas as he raises a rogue mage army and leads a revolution to overthrow the oppressive system in Demacia. The game will be available on Windows PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, and Series X and S, as well as the Nintendo Switch on April 18th. Burning Shores is an exciting DLC expansion for Horizon Forbidden West that comes with a unique twist. Players must first complete the main story before they can enjoy the new content. However, it's unclear whether players can't play the DLC until they finish the game, or if it simply picks up where the story left off. In any case, players are urged to wrap up the main storyline before the expansion's April 19th release on PlayStation 5 systems. Guerrilla Games is keeping the story of Burning Shores under wraps for now, but it has been confirmed that players will go to Los Angeles in this upcoming expansion. The city has become an overgrown and fractured landscape, transformed into a treacherous volcanic archipelago that players can fully explore by water or flying on the back of a sunwing. It is unclear how much content players will receive, but if it follows the Frozen Wilds, the first expansion for Zero Dawn, the upcoming release could provide a similar length of 8 hours of gameplay. If you're finding this video helpful and think others will too, we'd appreciate it if you could help us spread the word by smashing the like button. Dead Island 2, a long-awaited sequel to Techland's zombie-infested Slaughterfest, is a first-person horror action game with RPG elements. While the original game had a large open world, Dead Island 2 is mostly a linear experience that feels more compact and dense, packing additional stories into a smaller space. Each region has optional locked rooms and loot caches that require further examination or backtracking. In terms of combat, the game stands head and shoulders above many similar titles thanks to its spectacular zombie smashing and leg slicing. The undead fall apart in exquisite detail, exposing their red flesh, bones, and brains. You can even sever their arms if you're really worried about being caught, with the first-person perspective adding an unsettling element of realism to each gruesome kill. Furthermore, you have many creative ways to dispose of the undead by using the environment to your advantage and pull off spectacular kills. Kick them into a pool of corrosive liquid that will dissolve their flesh like a hot knife through butter, or ignite a gas leak with a custom-made electric device you built at a workbench. Dead Island 2 offers 3-player co-op with 6 characters to choose from, each with unique abilities. Although many of the unlockable skills are universal, some are exclusive to specific characters, which adds depth to character and team building. Dead Island 2 will be available on the 21st of April on PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC as an Epic Games Store exclusive. Afterimage is the upcoming hand-drawn 2D action-adventure game that promises dynamic combat, a non-linear storyline, and numerous character specializations all set in the vast, interconnected world of Engarden. The game takes place several years after a cataclysmic event nearly destroyed human civilization. Players assume the role of a young girl with amnesia who awakens in the ruins of the capital. In a quest to recover her memory, she embarks on a journey to save her mentor, triggering a series of events that will determine the fate of the new world. Depending on the choices made by the player, Afterimage will include multiple endings, which will have a significant impact on the future of Engarden and the characters that inhabit it. Players can customize their character with the game's in-depth RPG system, which offers over 200 pieces of equipment to choose from. This includes 6 classes of primary and secondary weapons, armor, and accessories, as well as talent points to invest in stats upgrades and unique weapon-specific skills. Afterimage will be available for Windows PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch on the 25th of April. Strayed Lights is an upcoming action-adventure game that offers players a chance to fight their inner demons in a stunningly artistic and imaginative world. The game's combat system is similar to other action-adventure games with a few intriguing twists that set it apart. For example, to block incoming attacks, players must switch their avatar's color to match the enemies, adding a unique and thoughtful strategy to the mix. And while the combat can get quite hectic, with multiple giant elemental creatures on screen at once, the game's mechanics ensure that it remains both predictable and responsive. In the absence of classic storytelling with no dialogue or voice acting, the game's abstract imagery tells a universal tale of growth and self-discovery. Strayed Lights will be released on April 25th for Windows PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch. The Last Case of Benedict Fox is a gorgeous Metroidvania game that takes place in the shadowy 1920s Boston underworld. The protagonist of the game is Benedict Fox, a detective who happens to be physically possessed by a demon, who sets out to solve the mysterious murders that took place in a colossal abandoned mansion. What sets this game apart is its unique gameplay mechanic that allows players to delve into the memories and emotions of recently deceased individuals. As Fox and his demon navigate through the underworld, players must jump into the minds of the deceased to unravel the mystery behind the killings. The game offers a plethora of challenges, including battles with monstrous bosses, solving intricate puzzles, and deciphering enigmatic riddles, which vary depending on the world players find themselves in. The Last Case of Benedict Fox will be released on April 27th for Windows PC, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox Game Pass. Bramble the Mountain King is a unique adventure game that draws upon the powerful creatures and rich fables of Nordic mythology to weave a gripping tale of courage in the face of impossible danger. In this dark and atmospheric game, you play as Ollie, a young boy on a mission to rescue his sister from the clutches of terrifying mythical beasts. Combining elements of platforming, puzzles, and epic boss battles, Bramble will most likely appeal to fans of games like Inside, Limbo, Unravel, and Little Nightmares. Bramble promises an enthralling gameplay experience complete with intense but satisfying battles and beautiful scenery. And speaking of which, the art style chosen for the game's beautiful environments closely resembles that of Fable, which is fitting given the game's evocative setting. The game will be available on April 27th for Windows PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch. You can also check out the demo on Steam. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is probably the most anticipated entry on our list for this month. The sequel to the magnificent Fallen Order is set to release on the 28th of April on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. The development team's decision to forego last-gen consoles means they can take full advantage of ray tracing and other next-gen features, resulting in faster load times and improved performance for an overall superior gaming experience. Taking place 5 years after its predecessor, Star Wars Jedi Survivor will enhance the challenging action RPG combat with more dynamic Jedi battles. Players can switch between new lightsaber stances on the fly, including dual lightsabers and the crossguard stance. Additionally, new force powers will be introduced, along with the ability to use a blaster. With larger environments to explore, players will have access to new transportation options, including gliders and riding mounts, adding to the game's immersive experience. For those who enjoy Souls-like games and wish to see more titles like this one, be sure to check out our video, linked in the upper right corner. We hope you enjoyed our selection of top games for the month of April. Every month, we compile lists like these and incorporate chapters for each game to make future referencing and finding information easier. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if it is your first time here. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back with more soon. Until then, have a great day and a ton of fun.